Two people carrying guns on the Capitol grounds were arrested this morning, but they say it was law enforcement, not them, who broke the law. Several men and women carried rifles through the streets of downtown Austin. Members of Open Carry Texas say they were standing up for their Second Amendment rights. They attracted a lot of second looks and extra attention from law enforcement. The two men, members of the group, including gun advocate Pastor Terry Holcomb, who were taken into custody, face disorderly conduct charges. And they say what happened is proof the public's perception about guns needs to change. Chris Sadeghi was with Open Carry Texas as they stopped by a popular coffee shop. They were armed with their rifles and an effort to educate.
Yes, and according to Texas law, they can legally carry the rifles, not handguns, in public, as long as they're not causing alarm. They say they want to show people that responsible gun owners are nothing to be feared. The reaction from people who saw the weapons as they walked by was varied. At the Starbucks on Congress, some customers stood out Friday.
Caught my attention.
It was shocking, really shocking.
Anyone can enjoy a cup of coffee. It's their right. And in Texas, so is having an AR-15 by their side.
We're out here today exercising our rights, basically before we lose our rights.
This is how Open Carry Texas walked the streets downtown Austin.
Yes, sir, fully loaded.
Okay.
None in the chamber, just in the magazine.
But they say all of it is to educate.
Making people aware that law-abiding citizens with firearms are no danger to anybody.
Still, a couple of members ended up in jail.
I'm definitely within the law. He admitted that I'm within the law. So I'm a little bit confused as to how he can tell me that I can't operate within that law.
Pastor Terry Holcomb was one of two people arrested by DPS and charged with disorderly conduct, a charge the law defines as a calculation to cause alarm, something Open Carry Texas says did not happen.
We believe it was two illegal arrests today.
The coffee shop chatter around here was about guns, and some were happy to listen.
It's a little scary, it catches people off guard, but I mean, now that I know, I think it's great.
But for others, it's a lesson that's a little bit too hands-on.
You want to make your point, but that's too extreme to be out there with the guns.
And we talked with APD about how they handle calls for a person walking with a rifle, and they say it depends on how the call comes out. If it's just a person with a rifle, they'll check it out, but possibly not as urgently as a call for a person pointing or threatening people with that rifle. Open Carry Texas says they do not carry near federal buildings or school campuses. We're in the studio tonight. Chris Sadeghi, KXAN News.
Chris, thanks. Looking in depth now, this is not the first time Terry Holcomb has caused a stir with guns in public. Last month, it was in Huntsville. In videos he posted on YouTube here, you can see him walking into Double Dave's Pizza, Starbucks, Jack in the Box, and Walmart, too, all carrying his AR-15 over his shoulder. Now, behind his back with the barrel pointed down. Holcomb said customers and business owners did not complain until he got into the Walmart and he was asked to leave. He did not argue. He says the store has the right not to allow firearms, and he respects that right. There was a similar incident in Georgetown back in January. Police say 28-year-old Jared Wilha walked through a neighborhood along FM 1460 carrying a rifle. A neighbor called police, and nearby Annie Pearl Elementary went on lockdown. They say Wilha told them he was carrying the rifle to exercise his Second Amendment rights. But when they ran Wilha's record during the investigation, they learned he had an outstanding warrant out of Travis County, and then they arrested him.